like I'm on the circus. Yeah, she's not answering this one either.
Hello, I am too. Hello.
Okay, all right. Bobbie.
Hi.
Hi. All right, so here's
Hi.
before we get into our whole Bobbie Brown topic and all that, we do this thing each week. We have Kristen Burt, our little Hollywood reporter, who's out there in La La Land with you, and we pick the totally driven person of the week, somebody who's done something good.
Okay.
So Kristen picked these two Olympic runners who fell down, and instead of like letting each other like just go, they actually helped each other up and crossed the finish line together. That was Kristen's pick.
That's sweet. Okay.
All right. My pick was Hugh Hefner for selling his house for $100 million and being able to stay there and die in his house.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay, and you want me to pick?
Wait, we got two more picks. Now,
Okay, go ahead.
Nick picked Selena Gomez for, what was it, Nick?
For chasing Justin Bieber off of Instagram.
For doing what?
For
chasing Justin Bieber?
She made him quit Instagram.
She okay, one at a time. She did what?
She made Justin Bieber.
Instagram.
Yeah, quit.
Y'all both said it again at the same time, and I can't hear you.
Go ahead, Nick.
One person. Yeah.
She made Justin Bieber quit Instagram.
Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Go ahead. And the next one.
Go ahead, Janetti. Yours.
And mine was Steve Plum. Jan Brady sold a house that was worth paid $355,000 for $3.9 million.
And you want me to pick what I think the best one is? All of those, right?
Yes.
One of the four.
Hands down, the race. Helping each other, going through the finish line together.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. There you go, Kristen. You're the winner.
Hands down.
The Olympic spirit.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. I'm just all about, being a do-gooder or people actually being cool to one another in this world, in this day and time, So all the other celebrity bullshit and money and all that crap is just so blasé to me anymore. So I think that's important, so that's why I picked yours.
Nice.
Very good.
I like it.
There you go.
So there you go. There you have it.
All right. Well, Kristen, there you go. You were the winner this week. And where are you going to be at this week? Any place special?
I'm resting this weekend. I've had 3 weeks of nonstop work, but next week I'll start back at So You Think You Can Dance because they're back after their Olympic break. So look forward to that and starting to sort of hunt who are going to be the celebrities on the season of Dancing with the Stars.
Should be Bobbie Brown.
Yeah. I wish I could be on that show. Anyway, so put in a good word for me.
I will. The secret is not to campaign. Dina Katz does not like celebrities who campaign.
Oh, well, Bay. I've never personally campaigned, just so you know.
I was the
No, but that's one of her big pet peeves for some reason. I don't know why. I think she's like okay if she hears through the grapevine that you want to do it, but some celebrities will like start tweeting out and have their fans start tweeting out, and she doesn't want that. I don't know why, but that's her thing.
Okay.
Bobbie's like.
All right. Well, good. That's good to know. Yeah, that is good to know. Thank you. Thanks
right,
very, very much.
Later. Good luck.
Okay. Bye. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right.
Bay.
You're like going to kick me in the balls if we ever meet.
I'm teasing. I would never do that, but yeah, it's like, oh, good to know now that we did that shit, huh? All right.
Well, look, I'm going to now that Kristen's gone, I'm actually going to throw her under the bus. She's the one that told me to do it because I know she has the in there and talks.
Come on, really?
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Well, maybe. Well, shoot. Well, that's. Maybe she really doesn't want me to be on it, and that was why. And now she feels bad because I picked her. Who knows? Who knows?
Oh.
So. Oh well.
You got so much going on, and we're going to get into all that. I just want to say, like, when I was out there 2 weeks ago, I was so friggin' bummed. We didn't get to
That's all right. I know. It sounded like you were crazy too. So I've had a whirlwind of just bad luck this year, first and foremost, and and now my family. So I'm just trying to pull my head out of my ass and, get something positive in a positive direction going finally. I mean, this year is trying to shoot me in the foot for real, and I'm fighting, tooth and nail, but geez, I'm fed up. I'll tell you that much.
Well, speaking of foot, literally, like, did you break your foot or something?
Dude, yeah. I'm wearing a huge-ass dumb boot right now that looks like it's the other half of one of Gene Simmons without the teeth. And it's so dumb, and it hurts so bad. I tore my entire foot from my toes all the way up through the back of my ankle.
Ooh.
And it's worse than breaking your foot. And little cute side note, I did it by wearing 3-inch wedges, doing a dance move on my carpet in my living room by myself. So, note to self, don't do that again. Busted my ass so bad. And so, yeah, that's the kind of accident-prone freak I am. It's just so cute. Yeah, so now my foot looks like another person's Hobbit Flintstone foot, but except purple and green, and I'm wearing that ugly-ass boot around. I'm just a complete and utter freak show. And I got that going for me, so there you go.
Are you going to need surgery for that, or are you just going to wear the boot?
No, it's one step away from needing surgery, thank God, but it's pretty severe. It's pretty bad. I did a pretty good number of damage on it, so I was trying to do it myself, and it just wasn't happening. It was getting worse, so I had to go to urgent care and get the boot.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
It's funny, like, as I was going through and going through your Facebook page to, like, get all my scoop to talk to you about, I was like, just seeing too, like, the picture from after you had the car accident, you had the brace on the arm. I'm just like, wow. You can't catch
I broke all my ribs, broke my arm. I'm not just one accident. I'm just keep having all these stupid accidents, and I get healed up finally and just think I'm hot shit in my living room, busting a move, and there I go again. Like, wow, what the hell is going on with me? So I'm just an accident-prone mess this year, I guess.
What was the song you were busting a move to?
I don't really even remember now because I think I'm pissed. But it was some hip-hop song. I was just playing my usual, playlist to, like, clean my house with and whatever. And I had these new shoes came in the mail that I had ordered, and they're really tall. And I think I'm, like, 18 and stuff in my own mind, so I put them on, and I was doing my thing. And carpet isn't very forgiving in those types of shoes, just so you know, when you're trying to do moves. And, I just busted my ass really good.
Damn.
Hurt like hell. Yeah, so... Anyway, all I do is scream like Tourette's all day long around my home, and I'm probably miserable to live with. And beyond that, I move really slow, and it looks hideous. But I fucking know that, and it's okay.
There you go.
Mhm.
And you know what? It'll be all better with the blink of the eye, and on with life you'll go, and you'll laugh.
Yeah. I know. I get you. It's just a setback. That's all. I mean, and then this thing happening with my mom and my family and their home is just devastating. So it's just like, what the hell, man? That sucks.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's such a shame.
It's so sad. It's so devastating and sad. It's like unbelievable. So I'm trying to do whatever I can. And that's when I feel like the real loser. Like I can't help them. So I'm trying to help them however I can, and I did that fundraiser I'm trying to do for them to help. But my poor mom, bless her heart, she's just devastated, and I see why. It just sucks, for that to happen to anybody, and people don't really get it. They're all like, well, why didn't they just leave? Like, they're happy to be alive. It's like, you don't get the reality of what a flash flood is. It's like the state says, oh, yeah, you'll be fine. You don't have to leave. You'll be fine. And in that state, especially, after Katrina, they're supposed to have that shit on lockdown, like have that flood type of thing not happening anymore. But pretty sure they probably didn't spend all that money on doing that, obviously. And who knows? I don't even know. But so my parents are in their home just sitting there going, like, watching the water coming up to the door going, like, do we go? Do we stay? What do we do? So then flash flood, all of a sudden the storm will pick up, however many, miles per hour, and the rain comes down even harder and faster. And then suddenly it's just like a tidal wave, but in Louisiana, in your shit, in your neighborhood. And that's it. That's all she writes, And that's what happened. Yeah. And so she was taking pictures from her upstairs, from the pictures I posted. And I just didn't, I talked to her and she was saying it might happen. And it didn't land on me until my daughter posted the photos, and then I talked to her, finally was able to get in touch with her after, because all the lines were down. And but my mom is so hilarious too. My family is where I get it from, thank God. I finally get in touch with them after however many days of, panicking, her wondering if every woman's okay. And this is so funny. It is okay if I cuss and I'm kind of foul on this show, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I call, and I hear my stepdad in the background go, "It just smells like pussy." And I'm like, "Wait, what? Wait, it smells bad? It smells bad, right, Mom?" He's like, "Oh, baby, that ain't nothing. It smells like a funky, old, dirty pussy, Bobbie. Okay? A funky, old, dirty, nasty pussy in this house." And I'm like, "Well, fuck, don't hold back on my account. Jeez, like, what are you really trying to say?" Like, thank God you still have your sense of humor in this time of crisis. She's like, "Oh, there ain't nothing fucking funny about it. It smells like a dirty pussy." And I was like, "Oh, okay, Mom, all right, I get it. Good thing I can, taste smells and visualize everything everyone says, but that's my problem." But I just laughed later, like, family's fucking nuts.
But
at right?
They're like, they're making jokes about it at least. Like,
I mean, but she wasn't joking. That's the thing that's not funny about it, is it's funny to us because that's hilarious. But to her, when I was like, "Oh, at least you got your wits about you," she's like, no, she shut it down. That shit's not funny. It smells like a seriously dirty vagina. Like, I'm like, okay, all right, I get it. So, not so funny to her, but to me, hilarious stand-up material, personally.
Yeah, right. Well, here,
sure.
My co-host Nick, he kind of went through something similar earlier this year.
Yeah.
Him and his family went out to dinner, and they came home, and their friggin' house was burned down, and they lost everything.
Oh, my God. That happened to a friend of mine, too. That's so fucking crazy, right? You're just like, what the fuck? And you start from ground zero, and you're like following an invisible tail in a circle going, where do I start? What do I do? What the fuck? You know what I mean? It's so overwhelming. And bless his heart, I totally can empathize with, what he must have gone through, because and been grateful at the same time that he was with his family and that everyone was safe,
Right. Yeah, and I told him.
Insurance don't pay shit. I know that. He probably didn't get near what his shit was worth either, and that's the sad part. But I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, like, I don't know how, I mean, and I've told him this repeatedly, like, I don't know how he, he lived through it, and it bounced back, and, they're all doing great, and, they're moving forward with life. I would still, like I said, I'd still be sitting there crying.
Yeah, I would be a fucking nightmare, hysterical mess, crazy person, no doubt. And my poor mom, I just look at them at that age, like after my mom, suffered, my last stepdad's death, and he left her what he left her, and she took every dime and put it into this house. That house was my mom's house. She put every dime into it and met her new husband, and literally from picking the location, the ground, the wall, the doorknobs, the flooring, like this became my mom's other kid. Like this house became her new thing, her project, her world. So this was her dream house, her whole life in her mind as a kid, like what she wanted. So she finally got what she wanted and built it. And so I know to her, it's like a death, like a personal, you know what I mean? And just hearing her voice quiver, trying to maintain sanity, just kills me. you know, because it just breaks my heart because I know how personal it is to her. It's not just a house or things, you know what I mean? It's like her whole life savings and all memories, you know what I mean? So I wish I could do more for her and make her feel better. And she just goes through a range of emotions every 20 minutes, and I don't blame her, you know, and they're there that old, like, doing it themselves, like cleaning out the shit, and, you know, and I'm like, isn't there anyone there that can help you? And she's like, no! Like, she screams. She's not trying to be mad. No, there isn't! There just isn't! Okay, sweetie, I love you. And I'm like, okay, Mom, sorry. So, bless her heart, I just wish there was something more I could do, you know, like, and that's when I go, God, I'm such a fucking loser. You know, I wish I could just go, let me buy you a new house. Let me do this for you. And I just can't, and it sucks so bad, you know. But I'll do all I can, you know, with what I can in the meantime. And
right. I mean, that's all you can do. And honestly,
that's all I can
the
do.
way you're feeling is the way probably anybody else would feel. Like, and like when it happened to Nick, like I kind of felt the same way. And even if I sit and watch the news and I see things like that, I just want to like help people like in need like that. And I just feel so bad. Like the world's so fucked up and things like this shouldn't happen. I just feel it's so fucked up that like even the way the systems are set up, they just don't help these people. Yeah. Right.
They don't. And like the insurance, you know, because I had that weird flood that I went through a few years back, and they don't tell you important shit like, oh, if you want us to pay for something, these are the things that you have to do to be able to get those things. But they don't tell you that beforehand, so you're stuck after the crisis going, oh, well, that would have been good to know beforehand that I had to take a picture of every fucking thing that I owned to prove that I had it and remember how much I paid for it, and then take a photo of every demolished thing after the fact, if it's even possible, to be able to document that, to prove it, to be able to get you to or make you pay it. They don't tell you all that. Like, right. And so that is the process that you have to go through. And I called my mom to let her know that, like, Mom, they're not going to go on you saying so. You have to take a picture. I know that it's a pile of stinky, pussy-smelling trash to you right now that you're trying to get out of the house, but take a picture of it and document it, please, because otherwise they won't pay you. And, yeah, you pay a shit ton for flooders insurance, but they're doing everything in their power not to pay you. Trust me. So just do it. You know, it just sucks. And what?
Where are they staying at now?
At my dad's brother's houses.
Okay.
You know, but my daughter is the cutest thing. She was, you know, okay in the flood, thank God. And she has literally taken every food, gone grocery shopping, extra blankets, every single thing that she had, and she has been driving every single day to every shelter and every relief place that she can get to, offering her time and everything that she has to offer my kid, and then going online and asking, is there anyone else or any other places that she doesn't know of that she can go offer her help or anything that she has that she can give. And I'm so proud of her for that, because that just makes me feel like I did something. I instilled something good somewhere along the way, because that just warms my heart that she is so generous with herself and her belongings and her love and time to strangers like this. And I'm just proud of her, you know?
You should be. I mean, that's. I saw when you put that up on Facebook the other day, and I was just like, wow, man. Like, it says so much about her, about you. Like, so many people, me included, like, will say, I would love to, like, donate time and, you know, go help people at a shelter or go do this or go do that. But how many of us actually physically do it? I don't.
Exactly. And you know what? If people were more generous, they would be less sad. I know that. That's a fact. Like, being gracious makes people be less self-involved and less miserable with their own fucking shit. It's like, go help people. You know, it's a lot more rewarding to them and to you. It's like crazy to me. You know, it's about people's time. People don't ever want to sacrifice their fucking time or whatever. Yeah. Like, I know all the friends on my pages combined, that the time that they took to ask to friend me, right, which is approximately a minute or whatever, if they are my friend, if they took the time in return, now that I'm asking, to go and just donate $1, all of those friends combined would be enough to help them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's about people's time, I guess. Like, it's not like I'm asking for handouts. It's literally about the care and the time, and that's it.
Well, that's like with what happened with Nick. My wife had set up a GoFundMe for the same type of thing to help them get back on their feet. And Nick will tell you, Nick, I mean, it was mostly like the friends that donated to him. Like, a lot of family members didn't help out, and he was so hurt, and I felt so bad for him.
That's what I told my mom. I'm like, isn't any of our family members around? Can't they go fucking help you? Like, and she's like, no. I'm like, okay. But, like, to me, family is everything, and that's all that matters and should matter. So I can see why he would be devastated, because it's beyond devastating to me. I wasn't raised that way. Like, you do everything you can to help family if they need you, and I would, and I do, and I'm glad that my daughter got that. Like, she got that, and that's what makes me proud. Like, I didn't even have to tell her, have you checked in with at all? I just saw her post a thing like, any other places need anything, please contact me. And I was like, that is so amazing, so proud of her. I was like, you warm my heart. You're such a sweet kid, and I love you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good thing. And it's so rare. It's like rarity these days. Kids are so selfish.
Big time.
Yeah.
But you have enough, like, let's go to some, like, happy good news.
Yeah, let's do that.
That I see you're so freaking proud of, and that's your little baby nephew.
My little Oliver, that little freaking chunky, gorgeous monkey is the light of my life. I kid you not. He's got something magical, that baby.
It's funny because you put so many pictures of him, and I say to myself, I think Bobbie's got baby fever.
I don't. I really don't. People say it all the time, I bet you wish you had more. I bet you wish you had another one. And I go, I bet you wish I don't. I really don't, because I just don't. Like, I'm very happy with Taylor, and maybe a long time ago I should have and would have liked to, but, circumstances didn't work out in that favor. But right now, no way. I'm just enjoying my brother's baby and helping him every time and anytime they need, and I go see him every week and love him to pieces. But, like, there's no way, me personally, I could probably handle having a baby right now. So I do not have baby fever, but I do love my nephew to utter pieces.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, he's gorgeous.
When you can hand them back.
Yeah, but he's not, you know what, he's not a bad baby. This is like the happiest baby I've ever even encountered, I have to tell you. He's so happy and so smart and funny already, and, like, he's just such personality and gorgeous little ham bone. He's very special. He's a very special kid. I'm telling you, he's going to be famous.
Yeah, I think you were putting a modeling baby. Do I see a model in the future or something like that?
I mean, look at the little poses already. He's only not even 5 months old. It's like, seriously, give me a break. This kid's gorgeous. No stranger to camera already, for real.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Something I saw too was, can we now buy 3D Bobbie Brown and have her hanging on our wall? Like, is it like a life-size picture of you on our walls now?
It's bigger than life. Yeah, it's bigger than my personal life. They're huge. And yes, you can, and they're going to be a bunch of different variations down the road, but this is just the first installment photo that we chose. And yes, you can buy a huge 3D version of me and put it anywhere you want. Put it anywhere you want. And don't tell me what you want to do with it. I don't want to know. But yes, you can.
That's too funny. That is too funny.
Yeah. I have another thing I'm doing this summer, which is going to be scary. I've been working on. I'm doing my first stand-up tour. I've been offered.
Really?
Stand-up comedy. Yeah, and I've accepted. So I've been working on my routine, which has been, I'm scared to death. I could end up sucking, who knows? But I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to incorporate it around the Farm Rocks that I'm going to be hosting this summer. And that all starts to really kick off this next weekend. I go to 80s in the Park, and then I do the Farm Rock right after that, and then we have a succession of Farm Rocks after that, and then in between those dates is probably I think the first week of October I do my first stand-up date, and I have a couple more after that, and then hope to pick up some more along the way if I turn out to be any good. Who knows? But the material is very foul and rude and honest and dirty and probably shocking. So if people are sensitive to that shit, don't come. But if you're
saying, a lot of fart jokes and stuff like that.
Yeah. A lot of fart jokes? Not a lot of fart jokes, but there is some fart conversation happening in the stand-up routine. Yes, of course that is included. I have a 9-year-old sense of humor, so for sure that's got to be involved somewhere along the lines. But I also talk about stuff I didn't mention in the book that is kind of personal that would have been maybe too much for some readers. So if you are privy to coming out to any of the stand-ups along the summer, then you'll probably get an earful of stuff that you didn't get from the book. So,
yeah. See, and again, I won't get to experience this because you don't come to Philly.
Well, I'm doing the Midwest, so I mean, if you're anywhere close in that area, then maybe you can jaunt out. Who knows? And then maybe I'll pick up more, along the way, and then maybe I can actually end up in that area. Who knows? We're gonna see how it goes. They offered me a whole hour the first time, and I was like, "There's no freaking way I'm doing that. I would rather be like a opening for somebody first, just to test the waters." And they were like, "Okay," so I'm doing that and see how it goes.
Well, you did it the one time for the show, and you said you enjoyed it.
I don't think enjoyed it was the word I used. Back up. What I said was, if someone offered me money to do it, I would consider it. But it was the most horrific experience of my life and the most traumatizing pre-month setup ever. And it was an outer body experience. I don't know that I enjoyed it per se, but I did it. So I'm proud of that accomplishment because it was the hardest thing I ever had to do. And it's hard to do. It is not an easy task to do that, I'll tell you.
See, that's something I always wanted to do, but I never had the balls to do.
I mean, I always wanted to do it too, and I ended up getting the balls to do it, but still was not easy. It is not easy. It is one thing to be funny when you are telling stories, which is what I do, and people say, "You're so funny." Thank you. But if somebody's like, "Be funny," I can't be funny. A, and B, the whole setting up of the joke. It's like telling a story to people that know you and get you and your sense of humor and know, what's going on in your world. They're going to find it a lot more humorous than me telling, strangers that I don't know and they don't know anything about me really, stories. You have to you have to set it up so they get it and it applies to them, and that's the part that's going to be hard for me, and also that I'm going to have to slow the fuck down and let shit land on people, which I don't do. Like, when I did it before, I was just like, blah, 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 blah. I just rambled out a bunch of shit, and if they laughed, great. I don't even know if they did. Like, I just kept going. So I'm going to have to be more chill and more relaxed about it, so that's going to be hard for me. I might have to get drunk first or something, which may be a good or a bad thing. I'm not sure. It might turn out really bad or it might turn out really good. We'll see.
Just have a few drinks to relax you, and just relax. It's all about being relaxed and getting your jersey crossed and then letting the crowd react.
Yeah, that's hard. That's a hard thing. So I'm going to work on it.
Now, are you going to do any open mic stand-up things to practice being in front of the crowd again? Or
I considered doing doing it before I go out, maybe one time to see.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm going to try. I can try. I might try. I think I'm considering it, but it scares me to say yes. But I probably should. Yeah, I probably should.
Don't tell nobody or nothing. Just go and do it. Just, you know what I mean? To do a practice run. Things react.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Not telling anyone. Okay.
Yeah, don't tell nobody.
Okay, good. Duly noted, because I wouldn't have thought about that, and so now I'm gonna not tell anyone. Good job.
Yeah, do it
Okay.
for yourself. It's for yourself, for the practice, not for anybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, I've tried to practice on the phone over the phone to my friends, and them giving me critiques and like pointers here and there. And that doesn't really go over that well because, they're always like, it's hard over the phone, A, and B, a lot of them are like, dude, are you really going to say that? Or, oh my God, that's kind of a lot, and that's kind of foul or whatever. And they know my personality, but I just don't think they know how foul my mind works a lot of times. I don't know. People think that things are a certain way in life, and they don't really know all the fun experiences that come along with those things. So,
See, now, I would tell it like that, but then throw the line in about Charisse at the end.
There you go. See, it's always good to have pointers. So I could, that's perfect. I could totally do that. That's a great idea, actually.
Yeah, because the reaction got the laugh out of me.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I totally will do that then. That's a good pointer. Thank you very much. I'm welcoming any type of tips along the way. Trust me, believe me.
Yeah, I would definitely.
And then I told others to my daughter, and she was like, "Where did you get those?" I go, "Those are true stories." She's like, "Oh my God, seriously?" I'm like, "Yeah. Where do you think I get it from? I'm not making it up." She's like, "Oh my God."
So as you're like going through it and putting this together and all, and you're like, you have this stuff that you didn't put in your book. Are you looking back at? Are you laughing at any of this yourself? Are you like, what the freak did I do in my life?
No, I mean it's funny circumstances that I think other people might find funny or intriguing or just gross. Who knows? But like when people tell me stories, outrageous stories, I always find them interesting, if not funny or entertaining, at the very least. So I figure I can just bring up some of those stories that really happened that, that when I go over them, I always go, God, that just seems so unbelievable. I'm definitely got to talk about that because people are always like, what? Seriously? Because, that shit really happened to me. Hello.
That's crazy.
I know. I know. Believe you me.
I've been having more of a better time, I guess, as I'm getting older now, going and see comedians than I am going to see bands.
Oh, 100% agreed on that. Really, 100%. Like I don't even care to see bands anymore. I'm all about the comedians.
Yeah, I went and saw Faison Love last month. He came here to Philly. You know who he is?
Who? No.
Faison Love. He's.
I'm not familiar with names per se, but only a few. But
did you see the movie Couples Retreat?
I did.
The big, heavy black guy.
Okay.
Yeah, him. I saw him on stage, and
was he funny?
Oh my God, I had tears rolling down my face for 45 minutes.
You have to text me his name. Text me his name when we hang up, so I'll look him up.
I will. Freaking hysterical.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah.
See, my boyfriend and I have gone through every stand-up thing on Netflix, and we're like, well, now what are we going to watch? So whenever something new comes out or some new comedian that we're not used to or know about, we always want to hear like, okay, so then we look them up and we get some new people that we like because, can only watch so many because they keep them on for so long. They hardly add new shit ever. Right. So anytime somebody has a new comedian that they think is awesome, I love knowing about it.
The hot comedian out here on the East Coast is the bread and milk guy. Did you ever see that video on YouTube when it's supposed to snow? The guy's like running to his car. Oh my God, I gotta get the bread and milk. It's going to snow. Oh my God, and he's freaking out.
Yeah.
Okay. He's a comedian out here. I've seen him like a handful of times. Hands down, funniest freaking guy ever. I don't know if it's because we're both
bread and milk.
Oh yeah,
he's called bread and milk.
His name's Vic DiPotetto.
Okay, you're gonna have to text me that too because I won't remember that. But okay, well that's good to know.
And he talks just about like being Italian and growing up in an Italian family and all. Maybe if it's because I can relate to it so much, I don't know.
Yeah,
but he is
probably.
fucking hysterical.
Well,
I can't.
good.
As a matter of fact,
I can't wait.
I'm going to go see him again next month. I was looking it up last night. I can't wait.
Good. That's awesome, and that's good to know too. I'll look him up too later for sure.
Yeah, you'll believe me. Everybody, like, it's funny because everybody out here, like, they just bring him up to me. Like, they start talking about him, and I just start laughing because everybody knows his videos and all. He does all these crazy videos, and yeah, people love him.
That's awesome. Well, good. Yay! I can't wait. I'm gonna tell my boyfriend so we can look him up later.
There you go.
Cool. Oh, and then I have the Steel Panther video I just did. That's coming out this week. Yeah. Coming out this week.
What song's that for?
I don't remember the name of the title of the song, and I don't think I'm supposed to say yet because it's supposed to be some sort of a surprise. So I don't want to like put my big-footed boot in my mouth. But it's a new video for a new song, and I don't know the name of it.
And we'll see it this week.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other hot girls in the video, but I did do my cameo, version of it with my having to come in with a plate of cherry pie. So be on the outlook for that.
Now, that's funny too, because I actually had that written down to talk to you about the whole cherry pie thing. Like, now for years for me, like I couldn't stand to listen to that song. Like, it was just so played out. But now, like I don't mind it because I get a chuckle and I think of you. Like,
yeah.
How does it feel for you? Like, do you can't stand to hear it, or do you enjoy to hear it?
I don't hear it that often. There was a time in my life that I went through that I was anti it and promoting it and supporting it. But that was, in a time in my life when I was also just a dummy and younger and just like, I'm the shit, whatever. That was dumb. But, but now I'm, older, and the reality is, that is who I am, and how people know me, and why I even still have any lasting power to this day. And so I certainly cannot be mad at that or that song. So now when I hear the song, and obviously after everything that's transpired, with Janie passing and just everything, it makes me smile. It brings back good memories, and it makes me feel good. Like, it makes me happy. So no, it does not make me cringe, but there was a time in my life, I have to say, that it probably did. And as everyone knows, Janie as well. But it's because the damn song, first of all, was just all over the place, forced in your face, the video, blah, 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 which is awesome. But it's an anthemish type of song, a song that even if you freaking hated it when you heard it, you couldn't get it out of your fucking head, and it pissed you off. You're like, God, so annoying. Like, just get, the one song when somebody sings it, you're like, dude, why did you do that to me? Why? I've been trying to get that shit out of my head for the past week. What the fuck? Just all somebody would have to do is go, she's mine. You're like, oh my God, really? So really, it just, I get where you're coming from about it, because that's the kind of song it was really written for, too. That was what they wanted. The label called Janie and was like, okay, we have the whole album, but this is what we want right now. Is it possible? Can you write a song like this? And he did, in the bathroom, like the story I've told a million times. And then everything changed about that record that they had planned thus far, and everything became about that damn song that Janie wrote, half-assed on the toilet in 15 minutes, that he thought he didn't even know what it was for, that he was just like, yeah, sure, here you go. And that it became Cherry Pie, the whole record and everything about it. And he was just like, okay. So to him, that was like, wow, all right. I slaved over the record for how long and all those other songs, but now we're going to do this. But all right, whatever. So you get where he came from feeling that way. And then, I get where he came from too. From being the guy who wrote the whole record, it's like, you're like, well, okay, all right, well, I guess if you want to do that, that's fine, but that's not really what I'm proudest of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it.
Break it down that way, yeah, like, the only thing, like, he put his whole heart into everything, and that one, he didn't put his heart into. He just, breezed through it real quick and gave them what they wanted, and that's the thing that stood out. And yeah.
So now you get why he had such animosity with it as well. Not because he didn't love everything that came from it and all of that stuff, because he got a lot of flack for ever saying that. But that's why, So, because the whole time the album's going to be called this, and the first single's going to be this, and he was so proud of that song, and blah blah blah. And then the label's like, oh, wait, let's do a whole commercial thing. Let's do a commercial sell on this one. And can you write me a song that's kind of like this and that? And he's like, yeah, I guess. Here you go. I just took a shit to one. Here you can have it. And then they're all like, it's all about it. Like, everything's changing. We're going to make it all about that song. And he's like, I don't even really like that song, but all right. I thought it was a B-side, but whatever. Okay. So there that is. So, I get why he felt that way,
He was probably just like, what the fuck did I just do?
Yeah, but, he's still early in the game, and he's wanting to please the label, and that the president calls and goes, hey, can you write me a song really fast before we release the record, like this? And he's like, sure. And so he does, and then he's like, yeah, and after the fact, he probably was like, well, fuck, if I'd have known it was going to be for that, then maybe I would have been like, I don't know. But, of course he's like, of course I can write you a song in 15 minutes, however you like it. Here it is. You know what I mean? So, God bless him. He's, all proud of his other songs that he's written, because he was a good songwriter, for real. And really, devoted his heart into a lot of them. So, for a song like that, he was just like, bummed him out that he was the cherry pie guy. Put it that way.
All I know is whenever I hear the Heaven song, the lyrics, I don't need to be the king of the world as long as I'm the hero to this little girl. Just reminds me of my daughters every time. That's such a moving lyrics.
Yeah, definitely. Like, a lot of his songs have meaning behind them and stories behind them, and that people don't know. And so, again, touching on the whole toilet riding cherry pie song, that meant nothing beyond trying to fuck a chick, you know what I mean? And being, a dude. Basically, just, kind of, I would be bummed too. I guess I would take it personally as well, because it is like, your baby. That was his craft. So, I guess I'd be kind of like,
Right.
But yeah, he was sentimental in a lot of ways. He just had a hard time showing it, and that wasn't necessarily always his fault, So.
Right. Now, how about the ex-wives of rock? What happened with that? Did Axis stop showing them?
Yep. Just fucking only bought half. They only bought half the season. Like, the third season was 26 episodes, and they only wanted to buy half of the season. So they let them buy half the season in the hopes that they would pick up the other half, obviously. But they didn't. So they the whole purpose of getting the third season was to not leave people hanging like we had. And what they did was they bought half the season and left people hanging. So I was like, this is fucking stupid. So I just fucking spent an entire day downloading the freaking rest of the season and posted it. Because I'm like, fuck you guys. That was so lame.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw you did that. I was like, whoa, what the hell's going on?
I just felt like it was time. It's like, fuck, the fans need to see the rest of the season. It's not fair. Fuck this. Nobody needs to be on pins and needles. I hadn't even heard yay or nay at that point. I didn't care. I mean, I was like, I don't give a fuck if they get pissed. Sorry, I'm posting it. Sorry. Snooze or lose. You had ample time to air the rest of it. Sorry, I'm airing them. Tough shit. So I did, and then found out later, actually the very same day, that they weren't going to air them anyway. So I'm like, no foul, no loss.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so whatever. But yeah, that's done. Ex-Wives of Rock is done, unfortunately. I don't see that resurfacing, sadly. But, me and one of the producers from the show, we're very close. And we still conjure up some ideas here and there. And, I hope to come up with something great one of these days that somebody's going to pick up. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I mean that was such a fun show, and even like when it looks like when you guys are together now, you guys just look so happy together.
We love each other. We just do. I mean, even all the bad shit that you would see on the show, we always made it through, and we're still all close as ever, if not closer than we ever were now than we ever have been. And yeah, we love each other, and we always will. That's just the fucking way it is. And you know, we're either interesting to watch or not, but that relationship that everybody always saw was legit and not scripted ever, and it's real. So, you know, I can't ever say otherwise. Like, that's always been real and always will be, and we love each other, and we always make each other happy, you know, and we're always going to be there for each other. And I think that the bonds with your friends that have lasted that long and still do are fucking important, and I'm happy that I have that with someone, because a lot of times people don't reach out to me all the time saying, "Oh my God, that's so awesome. I wish I had that." And I'm like, it's weird that they don't, because I don't know what it's like not to, and I'm glad I don't. But I do feel it's important, because they're the first people I reach out to when anything happens, you know? So, you know, beyond my family, and I'm happy I have that, because, you know, people need that. People need, you know, a sounding board or somebody to go, "Hey, it's you. Chill the fuck out, weirdo." You know, just whatever. So, you know, it's good. Or something that they won't do, I'm the first person to go like, "Well, then if you're not going to do it, I'm doing it." You know, and I just to wait for them to go, "Okay," or "Don't you dare." You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But, like, a lot of times things happen for each other good, because, you know, one of us will go, "Well, I'm going to do it."
Right.
And that's usually me, because I'm the fucking most aggressive one out of all of us for sure. But I don't care if it's good or bad. I'll do it for either one of anybody. So, yeah.
I can't picture anybody ever saying to you, "Calm down, you weirdo."
Has anyone ever said that to me? Fuck yeah, all the time.
Well, I said I can't. It's like I can never picture anybody actually ever saying that to you.
Oh, yeah, they do. They totally do. But I mean, not them per se. Maybe Blue sometimes, but they mostly are entertained by it. But sometimes my producers will be like, who are also my friends, would be like, "Yeah, maybe not so much, fucking freak show. Calm down." You know, like, you know, because they're a little bit more tame personality-wise. But then again, my girlfriend, Lisa, one of the producers, went to go see Bad Moms the other day, and she was like, "Oh my God, the whole fucking movie, I was like, one of the characters, one of the moms on the show was like you. Everything you say, everything you do, your mannerisms, your personality, it reminded me of you the whole fucking movie." And the whole time I was like, "I wish I had a friend like that." And then I said to myself, "I do have a friend like that. Oh my God." And then she said the rest of the movie was like, "That's so Bobbie. That's so Bobbie." I'm like, I gotta go see that damn movie now.
Supposedly it's hysterical.
You saw it?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot of good reviews of it. A lot of people are saying it's really funny.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go see it now. If somebody, and then I've had 2 other people say that as well. So I'm like, I gotta go see the damn movie now that everybody thinks reminds them of me. So yay, okay, I'm gonna go check it out. But yeah, I mean, Bad Moms, maybe not so complimentary, but it's a comedy, and I'm down for comedy, so I'm sure it's hilarious.
Very cool. Now, how about book-wise? Will there be?
The only thing going on with fuck, I wish. No, so far, but I haven't pursued it or pressed it. My personal owned company rejected part 2, so not with Simon & Schuster. However, I have out of the blue, somebody contacted my agent and wants to do a cartoon or like a cover of the book, but in written illustration, but like illustrated. And the guy is like a famous illustrator, and he's done a couple of other books. I guess he read my book and really thought he could do a funny illustrated version of it, and sent me some examples of some of my book that he drew. and it's fucking hilarious. It's awesome. He drew one of the scenes with me at Helena's and O.J. Simpson hitting on me and my boyfriend in the corner fucking having a meltdown, cutting up my pictures, and like with the words. It's fucking brilliant. And so he asked if I would be okay with him doing the illustrated version, and after seeing his work and seeing what he did with it, I said, yeah, fuck yeah, that's fucking so cool. So he's in the process of working on that, and I think that that's going to come to fruition, and there will be another yet version of Dirty Rocker Boys soon.
Very, very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is very cool, and I thought that I was very flattered, and I think it's going to be cool. Some people were like, that sounds weird. I'm like, trust me, it's going to be cool. You'll see. But I would like to do another book. I would like to do another one. I would love to, actually, but I'm not pursuing it personally, and I think I'd probably have to write it and then try and seek out, publication for it. But right now it's on the back burner, unfortunately.
Yeah, you got jokes to write, girl.
I got jokes. I got jokes, and I got jokes to write, and I'm definitely working on that. So
cool.
When I get dates, I'll let you know.
Yeah, you send them over to me. Let me know, and I'll throw them out there for everybody.
All right. Yeah, definitely. Since we have to squash the whole Dancing with the Stars thing now. Thanks, Kristen, or whatever.
Yeah, we got to work to get you out here to Philly because I'm not coming back to L.A. Fuck L.A.
All right. Well, okay then. Well, all right. Yeah, I would love that. I'm always down to fucking experience new types of work and jobs and appearances and whatever. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and cheesesteaks too.
And cheesesteaks, definitely.
Absolutely. Cool. So what? This has probably been like our most in-depth interview, I think.
Really? You say that every time, though.
No. This one, I set out on a mission. Like I wanted to go deeper this time. I wanted it to be like a very personal interview. I wanted to try to.
And you feel like you went deep? You feel like you went that deep? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, we went deeper than usual.
No, we did. We talked personal, serious topics this time. I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was going for. Athena was the interview of the year last year, so I was trying to get you to go there this year.
Why was she Athena? What was her interview of the year?
The one we did last year with her. Like at one point, she was almost in tears. It was.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. Well, that's amazing for Athena. And you got that out of her. Then, hands down, congratulations to you, because Athena is wall, and you have to know her very, very well to get that deep with her for sure. And she doesn't relinquish that easily.
Yeah, she went. Go ahead, Nick.
You know what? I just wanted to chime in there, and not only was it our interview of the year, but I think it may have been our best interview ever.
Wow. Well, I'm impressed and a little pissed. I'm kidding. And a little jealous. Fuck you guys. Bye.
No, but she got very relaxed, and she just sort of let go, and it was just an amazing interview.
It really
That's
was.
Amazing. Well, that's good.
She went back and listened to it after we voted her interview of the year, and she shot me a message.
Yeah.
She's like, holy fuck, I really opened up. I didn't think I said that stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a very rare occasion to get that from her. So, if you did, hands down, congratulations, because she does not do that. That is not her thing. She is not that girl, usually.
Really?
Yeah, no, not ever. No, not ever.
See,
not ever.
She's so funny. Like, as soon as I say hello, she just starts laughing.
She's awesome. She's cool as fuck. Don't get me wrong, and she's open and warm and like all those things. But to open her into a place to share about things that make her sad or that are personal on a level that hurt her in any way, or like things like that, like deep topics about serious matters, because she's fucking fun-loving, like laughing, great. Like she's a good-spirited person and just always like cracking up and whoa, crazy, and the energy's always up. So for you to ever get her on that level is a very hard task to do. So if you did that and you got the best interview ever, I wouldn't doubt that for a second, because when I have talks with her and we have talks, personal, one-on-ones, and they're amazing, and she doesn't talk like that with anyone, and like they're hectic and serious and go for hours, and they're about major shit, but she just doesn't. I mean, X-Lives of Rock would literally be like, oh, like so close, but like no cigar on so many things, because she never wants the world to see her that way, crying or sad, or like she doesn't cry in front of people. She just doesn't do it. And so like I was a big weeping willow the whole time, like, hey, fucking sad bitch, or I cried about everything. I'm so sensitive to everything. But she doesn't do that, and so it's a big deal to get her to open up like that. So be proud. That's awesome. That's great. And I'm glad for her too, because I'm sure it felt good for her.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, I was taken back. I mean, she was talking about stuff, and I was like, holy shit, like a lot of stuff that
awesome.
I never knew or heard, and yeah. So
awesome. She's been through a lot of shit, man.
We got to find out more dirt on you now to get you in like almost tears. You got to cry on the show for us.
Fuck you. Why? What the fuck is that kind of goal? Okay. Our next goal, guys. Next time we get Bobbie on the phone, let's make sure we make her fucking cry. Okay, let's do that shit. No. Nope. No, don't do it. I mean, but it's easy to get me to open up. I'm an open book, so that's easy.
Yeah, we went towards there tonight a little bit. We got we're getting there.
All right. Are you trying to say I'm guarded too?
No, you're definitely more open than Athena. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not asking the right questions, babe. What do you know?
I know.
I'm not going to just be an open pouring wound. So if you want to find something else, just ask. If you want to know something, just ask.
Just lay on the couch, put your boot up and your foot, and and let me be your therapist. There you
go. Okay. All right. I don't know about all that, but you can always ask me anything you want. I don't care how personal it is or whatever topic it may be. You're more than welcome to ask anytime, and I will be completely honest with you 100%.
There you go. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Hold on 1 second. Do you need to get in here? Hold on. I told you I was at A&, the Liquidators place. Do you need to get in here? I'm sorry. Do you need to get in here? So I'll wrap it up. Okay. Sorry. I'm at A&B Liquidators in their back of their warehouse. I made him close the door and set me up in here so I could do it, because I forgot about our interview, and I was like, oh my God. So he's like, all right, I'll just let you do that in here. So I'm surrounded by all these wonderful things for sale right now.
I totally forgot. You texted me, you said you were there, and I was like, I just remembered that now. Like, oh shit, you're at the Liquidator place. Yeah,
and I just saw him with some customers like pass by the door, and I was like, oh shit, maybe he needs to get in here. So I don't know.
So how's the whole clothing thing going?
It's good. I mean, clothing, it's not a money maker really, but I mean, it does well. It does all right. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what
it's fun. It's fun. I mean, I get more devoted into it sometimes than others, and that's probably when it does better. But like sometimes, it's a very tedious job. I'll say that, and I am not a person of patience, so I get a little bit frustrated and blow it off sometimes. So I'm not good tedious task person at all.
You're going to need to practice that patience now with stand-up.
Oh, we'll see how that goes. We shall see. We will see.
Just remember, after you get the punchline out, pause. Let it breathe.
Okay.
Let the people soak it in and laugh.
Okay, I'll have to work on that. Definitely. I definitely have to work on that for sure. I just don't know what people think is funny from me. Like, I don't know whenever I'm telling stuff, I'm not trying to be funny. So that's the hard part for me. Like, I don't know what people think is so funny when I'm being funny to them. So that's So I'm just telling my stories, and hopefully people will think they're funny, but they might be scared or freaked out. Who knows? You know what I mean?
They could be scared. They could be a little freaked out, but just, let it breathe, relax.
Okay.
Work your magic. Just
relax. All right. I'm definitely going to try that. For sure. I'm going to have to for sure be tipsy. That's a fact.
But definitely go and try it, like, unannounced. Just go somewhere unannounced. Don't say nothing to nobody. Go do 5 minutes. Test the waters.
That's smart. I definitely will take your advice.
There you go. Very good.
All right.
Well, hey,
awesome.
Freaking incredible.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. No, thank you.
No, fucking thank you guys.
I didn't even get in to tell them my whole nightmare of LA. If I ever
dude, you don't even have to tell me. I live here.
Dude, oh my God, it was the worst mistake I ever made in my life. I've told everybody. I haven't even told the show that we're going to be on to anybody. Only a few people know, and I've said if this suggestion or idea ever crossed my mind again, fucking hit me as hard as you can, because
not a fun experience, huh?
They totally did what they said they weren't going to do. They totally embarrassed
I don't know exactly what you're doing, but I'm picking up on the vibe that you accepted to do a show, a reality show, or a stint on a show, and they promised you something, and they totally fucking edited it another way, or something like that, right?
Well, but it's a new talk show, and the subject and topic was here's the actual how it went down. About a month ago, my wife comes up and wakes me up for work, and she's hysterical crying. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong? Who died? What is going on? And she's like, you're going to kill me. I said, what did you do? She's like, well, this person has a new show coming out, and he's helping families and helping people, and one of the topics was to help people lose weight. So I sent an email in to sign you up.
Oh my God.
You fucking
Oh my God.
did? Exactly.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
They called and they talked to my wife and they wanted us to do the show, and I was like, no. And they fucking calling me, and they're begging me, then they're emailing me and texting me, and they're begging me like crazy. And I was like, look, if I do this, I just promise me you're not going to embarrass me. It's all I want. Just don't freaking embarrass me because I'm freaking fat. Don't do it, please. And they're like,
and they did?
They swore up and down until I went out on that fucking studio, that stage in front of the studio audience, and they fucking threw me on a bus.
Oh my God.
Not only me, my fucking 12-year-old daughter, who's also.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you just fucking walk off? What did you do?
I did. They the fucking guy ended up verbally attacking me and all. And
oh my God.
It totally went off of weight loss into whole different directions, and I ended up telling him to go fuck himself. I walked off, and he fucking chased me out to the fucking parking lot. Yeah, it was a fucking mess. It was a
shit show. Oh my God, I didn't even know any of that, but that is so fucked up. A and B, I hope that you didn't sign anything before you did it.
Of course.
First. Okay. Note to self, from now on, anytime you ever agree to do anything, you agree to sign the paperwork after you film, and then you sign if you're okay with it, because they can't fucking air shit without that piece of paper.
Right.
So note to self, but shit, that sucks.
And then they got me to come back on, come back out on the stage. He's like, look, I promise you, it's going to be cool. I got all this big plan in place for you and your family. And he, gave us,
fuck you again?
Well, he gave us food for 3 months, delivered to the house. He gave the family a gym membership with a personal trainer. He did this, he did that. And then I'm feeling like schmoozed over. I'm like, all right, like, this is kind of cool. It could help maybe. And we go back in the dressing room and we missed our flight, and they fucking hand us a piece of paper. They say, here's your flight itinerary. Your plane leaves in like 4 or 5 hours, and you have to get out of here. You can't stay. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we called you an Uber. You got 20 minutes. Go wait outside. So there we are, standing outside NBC Studios like jackasses, waiting for our fucking Uber. I'm like, this is so fucked up.
Rude. Yeah, they don't care. They don't give a fuck. They got what they wanted. They schmoozed you to get you to, finish whatever. And then as soon as it was done, they were done with you. They're like, fucking bye. Yeah, they don't care. They don't give a shit. I mean, schmoozing doesn't even matter at the end of the day because he hurt your daughter's feelings. Your pride is fucked up. They lied. It's just bullshit. It really is.
By the time I got home, we had to take the fucking red eye overnight. We ended up leaving LAX, then we went to San Francisco, and then out to Philly. By the time I got home, it was like a fucking almost 12. It was over 12 hours. It was like a 14-hour ordeal.
That's so shitty.
Yeah, I walk in my door 9 o'clock the next morning. I turned to my wife. I said, you know what? Fucking call that motherfucker up. Email her. I don't care. Tell them, take their fucking gifts, shove them up their fucking ass. I want nothing to do with them. They can go fuck themselves. I don't want nothing. Fuck them.
I don't know if I'd have done that, but I get where you're coming from, but shit. Because, I mean, at that point, I'd have been all, tell them to fucking send me more shit or I'm going to sue them. Like, I mean, really, at that point, because they're fucking dicks, I would try to take as much as I could from them. But, I mean, maybe too late. Who knows? Who knows? But that's shitty.
That's the thing.
Huh? I maybe. I mean, but it's that piece of paper. You got to go look at it again.
Right.
I would look at that paper again and see what it says, because if it states, you give them full, okay to do whatever with your likeness and everything that you say and do there, then you have no leg to stand on. But if it says, there's a certain amount of requirements that you agree to, blah, 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 and it doesn't state anywhere that they can do whatever they want, without your knowledge or whatever, like go over the paperwork again and read the wording and the fine print and then see what you got from there, because just make sure, but who knows? Anything's possible. You know what I mean?
I know I'm screwed. I I really do. I just hope nobody.
I don't know. Well, just don't tell anybody about it, when it airs and all that, but that sucks, and I'm sorry you had to go through that. I have to get out of this store right now, but, and I hate to cut you short. I can either put you on hold or
no, do
okay. Well, I'm sorry, babe. That sucks. And I hope that we can get a better interview another time, since mine wasn't the best of the year. But I'm teasing. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much again. And think of some really good questions next time, and maybe you can get some tears next time if you're lucky.
Sounds good.
I'm teasing. All right, bye, you guys. Love you.
Love you. See you.
All right, bye. I'm so sorry.